So now we are in fourth unit, deflection of beams. So let us know about deflection of beams. If a beam carries uniformly distributed load, that is UDL or point load, the beam is deflected from its original position. So in this chapter, we shall study the amount by which the beam is deflected from its position. Okay, so how much the beam is deflected, that is to be studied in this unit. Okay, so due to loads acting on the beams, it will be subjected to bending moment. So the radius of curvature of the deflection is given by m by I equal to E by R. So the radius of curvature will be constant. So if R equal to I into I into E by M. I is the moment of inertia. Okay. See this diagram. See, when the beam is deflected, if the load is applied on the beam, what happened? This deflection at the ends become 0. Okay, it is maximum at its center. Okay, so here at two ends there have an angle of slope that is mentioned as theta, and the deflection is considered as y. So during this deflection of beam problems, we have to find out the slope angle theta and as well as the deflection y. Okay, now what are the methods which used to find out the deflection of beams? So the methods of determining slope and deflection at a section in a loaded beam are by three methods. One is double integration method, two moment area method, and three Macaulay's method. Okay, the formula to find bending moment equal to EI d squared y by dx squared, that is the differential equation d squared y by dx squared equal to m by EI. So here dy by dx denotes slope and d squared y by dx squared denotes the deflection. So the first integration dy by dx denotes slope, the second integration gives y. So the first category is deflection of a simply supported beam carrying a point load at the center. So this is the simply supported beam which carrying a point load at its center. So the weight load which shared by the two simple supports. So when the load is W, then the supports which carrying the partial load, that is W by 2 on both sides. For this, slope equal to WL squared by 16 EI. Here slope theta in radians, and deflection which is in downwards, so the negative sign comes, so that is minus WL squared by 16 EI theta, and then deflection y, that is WLQ by 48 EI, because the deflection in downwards, so that the negative sign shows the deflection in downwards. So let us go into a simple problem. A beam 6 meter long simply supported at its ends is carrying a point load of 50 kilonewton at its center. The moment of inertia of the beam, that is I, is given as equal to 78 into 10 power 6 millimeter power 4 if capital E for the material of the beam equal to 2.1 into 10 power 5 Newton per millimeter squared. Calculate 1. Deflection at the center of the beam, and 2. Slope at the supports. So in this problem, length L is given as 6 meter, that is 6000 mm. Point load W equal to 50 kilonewton, that is 50,000 Newton. Moment of inertia I equal to 78 into 10 power 6 millimeter power 4. And then capital E is given as 2.1 into 10 power 5 Newton per millimeter squared. And deflection YC is to be find out, and then slope at the supports, that is slope at the left end as well as slope at the right end. Now the formula for finding deflection is y at point C equal to WLQ by 48 EI. Now the load which is given 50,000 into the length 6000 cube divided by 48 into E 2.1 into 10 power 5, and I moment of inertia value was given as 78 into 10 power 6. So substituting every values, then deflection at location or point C equal to 13.736 mm. So this is for question 1. The second question is slope at the supports. So see, in this simply supported beam, the load is acting at center. So what happened? The deflection at both ends become same. So theta B equal to theta A equal to the formula minus WL squared by 16 EA. So you can you know the W value, and L 6000 divided by 16 into E and I. So substituting every values, then you can get the slope value, that is 0.06868 radians. So you know that 1 radian, so that value come in radians, so you can convert it into degree by multiplied with 180 by pi, then the degree is 3.935 degree. So these type of problems are called as double integration method problems. Next we can see Mechele's method problem. So Mechele's method. So the procedure of finding slope and deflection for a simply supported beam with an eccentric point load is very laborious to find out a solution. So there is a convenient method for determining the deflections of the beam subjected to point loads, is Mechele's method. So we can follow the Mechele's method to find out the solution for the beams having eccentric point loads. A beam of length 6 meter is simply supported at its ends and carries a point load of 40 kilonewton at a distance of 4 meter from the left support. Find the deflection under the load and maximum deflection. Also calculate the point at which maximum deflection takes place. Given moment of inertia of beam equal to 7.33 into 10 power 7 millimeter power 4 and capital E equal to 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per millimeter squared. So in given data, what are the values given that is converted in terms of mm and Newton. So here length 6 meter, that is 6000 mm, and the point load 40 kilonewton, 40 into 10 power 3 Newton. Then distance of point load from left support A equal to 4 meter, that is 4000 mm. B equal to L minus A, that is 6 minus 4 equal to 2 meter, 2000 mm. So there have a 40 kilonewton at a distance of 4 meter from the lip support. Okay, so which is an offset load in the simply supported beam. So for that we can find out, so the distance from left support to that load distance, that is 4 meter, is considered as A. So total length is L, that is 6000 mm, that is 6 meter. So L minus A is B, that is a distance from the load to right support, that is 6 minus 4, that is considered as B. So 2000 mm. Find out maximum deflection. Calculate deflection under the load. So what is the deflection value under the load and maximum deflection? So also calculate the point at which the maximum deflection occurs. So in which point the maximum deflection occur, in that particular point what is the deflection and what is the maximum deflection. In which point that maximum deflection occur. So there are 3 questions asked in this problem. Okay.